What's up guys? Long time no see. I know it's been a while since I put a video out. Been pretty busy. Had a lot of stuff going on in life that, took me on a different path. So I had to put this on hold for now. That and, all the other cars basically. Wasn't doing a whole lot of work on my own stuff. I was doing a lot of work on other people's cars. So most of them weren't that interesting. So it wasn't really video worthy. But in any case, now we're back at it. So I've got some things that I can do with the K1 Attack. So we're going to dive into that. I don't know exactly how much we'll get done. We'll see. That's always the case. It's a never-ending cycle of, can I do this and what's going to go wrong? And, nothing's going to fit. We already know that. So let's get to it. Okay, I got my coilovers in for the Attack. I just put this on here. The fork, just needed a little bit tough love, just kind of tapped it on there. I wasn't sure it was going to fit because it was kind of a interference fit, but it went in there, got the bolt on there. So now I'm going to test fit it on the car. If you're wondering, yes, these are some cheap coilovers, but as many things as, did not fit on this car, I didn't want to buy some expensive ones and find out they don't fit. So, and, honestly, I've had really good luck with them on the Exoset. I've had... they've been great. They ride better than you would possibly expect, and they work really well. So hopefully these ones do too. All right, cool. That fits. I'm just leaving everything loose for the moment because obviously you got to have axles going through there and stuff. I ran this one down all the way, bottomed it out as low as it would go, and then I ran these down because they were pretty tight. You don't want a whole bunch of preload in there. I mean, generally what I do is I run it down until it's loose and then just give it, so you can move the spring just a little bit, and then you just kind of move it up until you can't quite move the spring, and then just give it just a skosh more. And that's about all the preload you need, really. So now, I guess I'll put the other side on and keep moving on. Next piece on the agenda, I'm going to put the bearings and the hubs in there. I decided that I'm going to scrap the backing plates because even the new stuff, this didn't have backing plates on anyway. They were pretty chewed up, and I think it's just better just to scrap them. That, and I noticed some of the brakes, the actual sliders on the brackets are actually seized. So this one was like totally seized. So I think I'm just going to end up buying new calipers and brackets, and I might as well. Everything else is new, so screw it. We're just going to replace everything. Okay, so I got these extended studs, which are clearly a lot longer. So this is the new one, and unfortunately, it doesn't fit. It's fucking super loose in there. So I checked the old one, and sure enough, it's the right size for the old one. So I don't know what's going on with the new hubs, but I guess unfortunately, I'm gonna have to reuse these. So that means I gotta get these races off, get all the studs out, press the new ones in, and then put them into the new bearings. So the hubs are, they're in paint right now. Letting them sit to dry. So in the meantime, I'm gonna put the ball joints in because I might as well, right? So I started trying to put these studs in, and this first one does not want to go in. I was using an air hammer trying to hammer it down, and it, it's not going. So, back to the drawing board. Okay, so they're really similar. I measured them. The new ones are measuring out at like 0.590, and these ones are measuring out at like 0.575. So there's a noticeable difference there. So either I need to grind these holes out or I need to grind these down a little bit. And I'm thinking I might just grind these down a little bit and try to see if that'll work. All right, I got them all in. It was kind of a pain in the ass. I ended up used the bench grinder to grind them down, but I couldn't quite get this edge. So then they wouldn't go all the way in. And then I was using an air hammer and that wasn't working very well. So I ended up just using the tried and true, just a washer and a nut, and then just, you know, using an impact, and that worked pretty well. And there we go. And they're all together. That's how it's done. So now, let's put them on the car. All right, guys. Rear suspension is all figured out now. Hell yeah. I just need to get a new brake caliper, bracket, some rotors, pads, because they were all pretty much screwed. The front, I should look into, still need to figure out what's going on with this tire audit situation. I'm gonna have to do some more research on that, but hey, the rear is, you know, it's together, so that's exciting. We're getting close to the point where, you know, I might be able to put it on, you know, have it a roller. That'd be nice. Just need some wheels and tires, obviously, but yeah, we're getting close. So I have this 04 Accord in here that is a K-Series 5-speed that I figured, you know what? I got the axles out of this thing. Let's see if they fit. Well, they don't. I mean, I didn't really think that they were going to, but I was like, you know what? We'll try it anyway. Definitely too long on this one. I'm gonna try the other side also, just because I'm gonna have to take both of them out of this car. And we'll see if maybe that one fits, because I got like 3 different versions of, you know, intermediate shafts. I got an RSX, I got a Accord, all sorts of stuff, so who knows. So this side, I just went straight for the RSX intermediate shaft. So that's RSX with the Accord passenger side, and it's pretty damn close. It might actually be a little bit too short, but obviously this would need to be adjusted, and then I don't have the other torsion bar in there, so I put it in a little bit different place, but it's pretty close. I think it would work. I'm gonna work on these. As far as I can tell, I think these are the torsion bars that basically go from the control arms right here over to here, is what I'm guessing. It kind of looks like it. I haven't really fit them up yet, so let's see if that is the right stuff. Okay, so my first problem I ran into is that does work. However, the issue is it's hitting right here on the strut fork. And I just started looking through some pictures that I had got from B Racing, and to me it looks like I think I have the strut forks on the wrong side. I think this is actually that side and that one's over here, because this one has kind of like a more of a angle here and this one's a little straighter, so I think it'll clear. So I'm gonna swap these forks out, see if that helps. Okay, so I played around a little bit. So far, the only thing that I could find that'll work is if I actually run these backwards. It's still, and I swap sides, so it still puts this big curve on the front side, which is where I would assume it would need to go just based on where the shaft is going to come through. I'm hoping this will work, because it doesn't seem like it's going to work the other direction around, but at the moment it clears. I did have to, of course, like everything on this car, I had to modify this. I had to bend these tabs out a little bit because it wouldn't go. And I put some anti-seize in here just so I wouldn't forget in the future, but basically what I figured out is, I didn't quite understand how this bracket worked at first, but now I do. Basically, this big section goes on here, and that goes on there, and yeah. I was really confused because they sent 2 of the same bolts, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would there be a longer one? But now I get it, so I'm gonna tighten this down, and then I'm gonna work on the other side. So of course, typical fashion, I literally went to put this on there, and the bolt won't go all the way through it because they welded it in correctly. You can't, it's really hard to tell in the video, but it's welded offset just a little bit, just enough that the bolt won't go through it. So I'm gonna have to run a drill bit through it. So dumb. Okay, now they're both on there. Let's see just how it's supposed to be. Now on to the next thing. All right, I think that's gonna be actually it on this one. I did get quite a bit done. So some of this video is from actually like a while ago, and then some of it was like recent. I just didn't have enough content to really make a whole video. But now I actually have so much content that I have enough for 2 videos. So yeah, I should have another one out here pretty soon. But as far as this video goes, the rear suspension is all taken care of now. It's all together. It's mostly, obviously, I just still need, brake rotors and calipers and all that stuff, so I can finish that part of it. But as far as like the suspension issue, all that stuff, it's together. So that it makes sense. I mean, it's gonna have to come back apart anyway, because when I take the engine out, you got to pull the, subframe out to really get it out of there without, or at least in my garage. If I had like a full 2-post lift, it wouldn't be a big deal, but in here it will be. So yeah, there's lots more to come, so stay tuned, and yeah, like, subscribe, and peace out.